If you'd like to work along with me at home, open the Project Files folder, Lesson 5 folder, and then open Formatting Payroll. The name of this lesson is called Hide and Seek. Interesting name. We're going to play magician and make columns and rows disappear and reappear. Actually very easy to do. Let's go over to the Payroll End worksheet. And now we want to make rows 12 and 13 disappear to hide some of these sensitive figures. The way we're going to do that is just select the 12 and the 13 with your mouse, right-click anywhere inside the selected area, and choose Hide. You'll see that the numbers now come down from 9, 10, 11, and then to 14. Of course, you can tell without too much trouble that we're missing some rows there. Now, to bring those rows back, you select the rows on either side of the hidden rows. In this case, select 11 and 14, right-click, and choose Unhide. And there they are. You can do the same thing from the ribbon. Before we do that, let me just resize my window so you can see the menu when it comes up. Just select the 12 and the 13, go to the Home tab of the ribbon, click on the Format button, and then head on down to the Visibility category, Hide and Unhide, and then just choose Hide Rows. Want to get them back again? Same thing in reverse. Format, Hide and Unhide, Unhide Rows. You can do the same thing for columns. If you want to hide columns H and I, just select those two columns by dragging a mouse across their headers. Right-click, Hide. To bring them back, select the columns on either side of the hidden column. Right-click and Unhide. We have the same options in the Format button that we did with rows. Now we have Hide Columns. I'm not going to bother to hide it. You get the idea. Let's move on to hiding worksheets. Let's say that we wanted to hide the Payroll End worksheet. Well, the way we'll do that is right-click right on the tab name, and then just choose Hide. To bring it back, find any other sheet tab. Right-click on it, and choose Unhide. This is going to bring up a dialog box. In the dialog box, you'll see a list of all the hidden worksheets. Select the one you want, click OK, and back it comes. The Format button on the ribbon also has that same ability. If you click on the Format button and go down to Hide and Unhide, one of the options here is to hide the sheet. That means the current worksheet. Or to bring it back, you just reverse that procedure. Hide and Unhide, Unhide Sheet. Then it wants to know, which sheet do you want to unhide? Just click OK to use the Payroll End. You can also hide entire workbooks. To do that, you'll go to the View tab. In the Window group, you'll click the Hide Window button. Now, if your window's small like mine, you actually have to hover over the buttons and let the extended screen tips tell you their names. Here it is right here, Hide Window. If your window's a little wider, it actually says Hide right next to the button. Either way, click the button, and this hides the entire workbook. Oh man, how cool is that? To bring the workbook back, just click the Unhide button. It asks you which workbook you want to restore, and you just choose whichever one you like and click OK. Now let's take a look at how to put a background image in your workbook. Let's go to the Page Layout tab, and we're going to choose Background. Now the first thing it wants to know is where's the picture you want to put in the background. And we're going to just navigate out to wherever you put your Project Files folder. Mine's on the desktop. Open the folder, open the Lesson 5 folder, and then just use Full Hat Harry. Oh my gosh, how ghastly is that? Well, as you can see, putting a background image on a worksheet is not necessarily the most convenient thing to do. It's easy to put in there, but it really makes it difficult to read the data. And what's more, this background image covers the entire span of the worksheet, all 17 billion cells of it. So unless you have a really light background, this is really something I would suggest you stay away from. So how do you get rid of that background image? Well, you just click the Delete Background button, and it goes away. Now, having shown you how to get rid of it, I'm going to put it back in again. And I wanted to point out that this doesn't print. If you go to the File tab and then click the Print option, you'll see in Print Preview there's no sign of Full Hat Harry out there. It just doesn't print, and there's no setting to change that so that it will print. Now, you could put a picture in the header of the document and have it print that way, but that's not exactly the same thing. We'll take a look at working with pictures in the headers and footers whenever we get to our printing lessons. So what we need to know about this then is that it's really ugly, and it really serves no purpose when you print your document. It's just there to amuse yourself, I guess, while you're working on your PC. Feel free to leave yours where it is, but for me, I'm going to delete my background.